maybe my life is alive.
Hello, you grazing glade hearts, and welcome to a special Crack a Pack here from MagicCon Chicago. My name is Serge, and today we have a special guest, Ash Lizzle.
Hi.
How's it going, friend?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this.
I mean, honestly, the opportunity to meet up with some of our favorite people while we're at the convention and have them pick their own boosties to take us on a little journey here is very exciting. Now, you chose Guilds of Ravnica.
Yep, sure did.
Now, do you mind sharing why?
Well, it was kind of the first set that I was able to go to a pre-release for. It's kind of the vibe. So I joined around 2018 era, which lines in with the MTG Arena, you know, the closed open beta, whatever it was. It was getting there.
Arena.
And Ixalan was on there, but Ravnica was kind of like the first. I remember vividly walking into an LGS and seeing the guilds, their individual pre-release kits, because you could guild.
Yeah, those were so unbalanced.
But they were so cool.
It was fun. It was fun, yeah.
That's where I found the Rakdos one, and ever since that, the love for Rakdos was alive.
Oh, no way!
That's the origin story.
Yo.
If I picked up Simic that day, like, who knows, maybe I was a Simic gamer, but like, I was fully loved
You're
it.
like a pink shirt, you're a blonde.
It's the universe. Like, the universe was meant to be for me to pick Rakdos, so that's what I ended up doing, yeah.
Let's crack into it.
Let's crack it open.
Now, is there anything you're hoping for?
Well, my favorite card of all time is in Guilds.
Okay.
Which is Priest of Forgotten Gods.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping it wasn't in Ravnica Allegiance. I'm like 99% sure it's in Guilds.
Sure. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
To be honest,
I don't have that kind of. Now,
there.
all right. It looks like the rare's at the back, so we can slow roll it.
All right, we can slow roll it. So, Fearless Halberdier? I don't even know.
Halberdier. They got the long axe.
Yeah, the long axe. 3 mana, 3/2, and just vanilla.
Oh my god.
In this economy?
Oh my god.
Can you believe, in this economy, a vanilla creature?
A 3 mana, 3/2 with no abilities.
Right.
Now, they did recently bring back the humble vanilla creature in Aether Drift, but it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, like it's wild to see. In the flesh. Let's see what the next card is. Righteous Blow, a 1 mana instant, and it deals 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Which it reminds me of like the power creep that we're working with right now, because in standard, everybody is playing Elspeth Smite, which is the same thing, but it's 1 mana, instant speed, 3 damage, and exiles. So
this is the 2 cards back to back. You're just like, man, these sure were 2018 cards, right?
It's 2018. It's not even that far back, but it's like.
I mean, I do love effects like that in limited though.
Yeah, I do as well. I like them too. Leapfrog. There we go. 3 mana, 3/1. It's in blue. And has flying as long as you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn.
Sure.
So.
Solid little role player.
Solid. I was, never been a fan of blue necessarily that much, even though I've warmed up to it. But
this is a massive diversion, but it's fascinating how much you identify with particular colors. Because people always ask me, like, what color are you? And you're like, I don't know, all of them, guildless. And like, no, you're not. You're X. And like, I guess. Yeah. But you're like, no, I know what I love. And you're like, stinky blue card. Yeah.
I mean, listen, like I've changed a lot. I think this year I've opened my heart a little bit to playing control decks, which is something I thought I would never do.
I saw you on some Dimir fairies for a bit too.
Honestly, yep. So we gotta like switch it up a little bit, but it's nice. So Leapfrog we got right there. Now we have Vicious Rumors, 1 mana sorcery, black. It deals 1 damage to each opponent. Each opponent discards a card, then puts the top card of their library into their graveyard to gain 1 life.
This is like the worst smallpox ever. Right?
Yeah, like I mean, I don't think I've ever played with it.
No.
So it's like, the art's cool though, I guess.
This definitely feels like one of these cards that you're like, oh man, I sure did get cut on everything.
Right. This is like the last thing you want to see. A little kitty.
All right, this one's good. This one's legitimately good though.
No, sure. This is a 3 mana 1/2. It's Generous Stray. It's in green.
Yep.
And when Generous Stray enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card.
Yeah.
Now I love these effects always when it comes to like limited. Not that I'm the greatest limited gamer ever, but I love myself a Generous Stray.
Yeah.
Why do you love it so much? The value.
I mean,
value.
draw a card,
right?
But also you can. We were talking about power creep earlier. In Foundations, we now have a Vanu Cat, which is a 2 mana 1/1 for 1 and a white that does the same thing.
Yep.
Also, look at the old templating. When Generous Stray enters the battlefield, draw a card.
Oh,
modern templating. When this enters, draw a card. Right.
Yep.
There's so much more room for more words.
It's true. All right, let's see what else we can get here. Darkblade Agent.
Now we're getting into the actual guilds.
Yeah, so this is in Dimir. It's a 1 a blue and a black, and then you get a 2/3 human assassin. As long as you surveil this turn, Darkblade Agent has Death Touch, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card.
Man, the introduction of Surveil goes all the way back to 2018 now. That's wild.
Was that the first time it happened?
It must have been. Whenever this surveils, yeah.
I guess so.
And now, like, the surveil duels are so cracked. Like, I'm so surveil pilled.
Listen, we can do a whole nother crack attack if we grab an MKM booster and then we can yap for like 3 hours and just complain. But the greatest thing that they did was the surveillance.
Sure.
Great.
Oh my God.
I love them.
Oh my
I love
God.
them. Yeah. But I did feel a little bit sadness with MKM that it didn't really focus much on the guilds, because that's where my heart lies.
Yeah.
So
you can often forget that it takes place in Ravnica, period.
yeah,
Right?
It's a bit of a crime, honestly. You're gonna hype people up to go to Ravnica, and then what you're gonna do is just not have the guilds involved like that. Centaur Peacemaker, another like nice guild card. It's a 1, a green and a white. You get a 3/3 Centaur Cleric. When it enters the battlefield, each player gains 4 life.
Oh, it's each. I remember really
Wild.
liking this card.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, this is great. It's a big body, you gain 4 life. In my memory, only I gained the life though. I didn't remember it being each.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. I mean, I like Selesnya, you know, but yeah, I don't necessarily feel that I ever like would go and draft this. One of my favorite things to draft was always Dimir. I like the surveillance.
Sure.
So that definitely was always something that I really, really enjoyed. So let's go to the next one, Whisper Agent. See, that's what I'm talking about, Serge.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the stuff right there.
Yeah.
2 hybrid mana of either like black or blue. And then 1 mana, you get Whisper Agent, Human Rogue, 3/2 with Flash, and when it enters battlefield, you get Surveil 1.
Like that card just slaps. I mean,
it slaps.
Everything else is, but the Generous Stray gets a pass. Everything else has been so mid until this.
Yeah, nah, it's just great. Like, it's everything I want to see, especially if I'm like drafting or whatever. I also loved the Dimir Flash/Rogue deck in Standard for a while. This was not legal at the time, but it was one of my favorite decks ever to play.
Was this the set that had the Nightmare Uncommon in Dimir that was like blue, blue, black, black, 3/3 flying Death Touch hexproof or something like that?
That sounds about
and you're
right,
just like,
honestly.
what do I guess we're not playing Magic anymore.
Yeah.
Night something Predator?
Nightveil
Predator.
Yeah.
Blech.
I mean, hey, Dimir's pretty cool for what it's worth, so it's okay.
Except for that
it's
card.
allowed.
Yeah,
It's allowed. Capture-Sphere, classic. 4 mana aura in blue with Flash enchant creature, and when it enters the battlefield, you tap an enchanted creature, and the enchanted creature does not untap during its controller's untap step.
I love that we're looking at a 4 mana aura and we're like primo removal.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, it popped off. I feel like nowadays we see this in 3 mana, though, but it doesn't have Flash.
Yeah,
so I guess that's the difference.
That's fair. Yeah, okay.
But, sure. All right, another gorgeous one, Erstwhile Trooper. It's a 1, a black, and a green. You get yourself a 2/2 zombie. Discard a creature card, and Erstwhile Trooper gets +2/+2 and gains trample to the end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn.
Yeah, solid.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, you're not mad if you see that in these colors, right?
Feels like a good synergy piece for a certain archetype.
Right, exactly.
All right, now we're at the uncommons.
All right, Necrotic Wound is a 1 mana black instant with Undergrowth. So target creature gets -X/-X until the end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead.
It's always weird when you're evaluating cards like this because you want your cheap interaction early.
Right.
And this is like one of those cards that'll just sit in your hand and do nothing.
Right. And it's also like, I always feel a little weird going into this strategy and limited anyways. Like, I don't want to mill myself necessarily, but it's like, with one of these cards, if you can just remove like a 2-drop or a 3-drop or whatever it's worth anyway. So, how's Guild Mage? Well, I'm really getting like the Dimir in this one.
Apparently we got you the Dimir pack.
I did, like I said, it was my favorite thing to do in Limited. Maybe not Constructed, but in Limited, it was great. So, House Guild Mage is in blue and black. It's a 2/2 human wizard with 2 activated abilities. One is in 1 and a blue. You can untap it, and target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. And for 2 and a black, you can tap it and surveil 2.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I think this whole cycle, and correct me if I'm mistaken, was a downgrade from the OG Ravnica, specifically because the OG ones didn't tap to activate.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's just true of like old school Ravnica versus the new ones, but I'm remembering like some absolute bangers from the first Ravnica set and how much I love the Guild Mages and being like, these just like the abilities are there, but they just didn't feel as powerful.
Yeah, no, definitely. I can't really relate. I don't think I've ever really, I mean, outside of playing in Commander or whatever with the old Ravnica cards, but outside of that, Pioneer maybe, but those cards maybe weren't strong enough. I don't know. I don't really remember a lot of cards from that set.
We have the Rav duels, like the iconic Rav duels.
Ones. Yeah.
And yeah, you're probably right outside of that. Dark Confidant, I think that was an original Ravnica. I'm gonna, no, I don't know.
I have no idea.
We'll get our editors to cut that.
Right. No. Yeah, I love like the Shocklands. I remember vividly when I went to that LGS. I went back the next day after picking up that like Rakdos, pre-release kit to grab myself a playmat of an what is the Rakdos one called again? The Shockland.
Oh, Blood Crypt.
Blood Crypt. Yeah. I got myself a Blood Crypt playmat.
Yeah,
and I was
that's pretty sick.
in.
I do have to say, all right, one kind of very, very niche but extremely powerful card from the old Ravnica was the transmute mechanic.
Ooh,
where you could discard the card and then search for something if it had the same mana value as the mana value. So like there's the transmute lands. It's like in really degen combo decks, but it's a primo tutor because it gets around counterspell.
Yeah, I'm not really a combo player like that. So.
That's valid.
All right, Sunhome Stalwart, a 1 and a white. You get a 2/2 human soldier with first strike and mentor.
I think that was the Boros ability.
Yeah. I remember that too, but solid, right? Like solid.
That's just a solid card.
Solid, yeah. I don't feel a whole lot with it, but we love to see it. All right, here we go. Oh, we got a mythic. All right.
Good rare.
Yeah, we got the Underrealm Lich. It's for a 3, a black and a green. You get yourself a 4/3 zombie elf shaman. And if you would draw a card instead, look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put 1 into your hand and the rest into the graveyard. Pay for life, and then the Lich gains indestructible until the end of turn, tap it.
Commander players love this card.
Is that actually true?
Yeah, because it has like a draw replacement ability. So they love doing it with stuff like Sylvan Library. And also it gives you deck yourself protection.
Right.
Because it replaces your draw. If you have no library, you don't die.
I see.
Yeah, and
I see.
It's like pretty janky, but like,
they're
like, oh my god, the Lich.
That's cool though. Like, I like that.
That's a good hit.
Yeah, that's a really good hit.
And foil? Oh.
Selesnya Guildgate.
Solid, respectable.
Where are my Rectals cards at?
Uh-oh.
Where are my Rectals cards?
You can splash, no?
Rakdos was in Allegiance.
What's the priest in
Rakdos was in the other set. Oh no!
I was like, it's either going to be in Allegiance or it's going to be in the
No wonder we got the Dimir pack. We picked the wrong one. Oh, whatever. Now,
was Rakdos in but Rakdos was also in guilds, right?
So they were all there, but the way it's always been set up is they had 5 of the guilds featured in one set, 5 of the guilds featured in the second set, and this is a part of the 3 set block. The third one, they'd kind of all be around and showing up.
Oh.
So they did that in the original Ravnica, and I think they had that in Return to Ravnica as well.
Wait, did I pick up the wrong? Am I thinking about the wrong pre-release kit then? Was there a Rakdos pre-release kit in guilds?
I have no idea. Yeah.
I don't know.
There was, yeah.
It would have been at that right time of the year. I mean,
it was like the same. It came immediately after that one, but I swear I picked up the guilds one. Maybe my life is a lie.
Now, what's your first pick?
My first pick.
Yeah.
In this. That's tricky because I'm always tempted by there's always correct choices and there's choices that are just fun.
I mean, hit me with both. What's your fun pick? What's your you're going to spike this pick?
That's hard. I'm leaning towards Whisper Agent just because that's what I love to do.
Sure.
So I would just that's usually how I play Limited. I'm not the biggest spike. I do it for my enjoyment of trying to get to some cool things and making some cool stuff happen. So in Whisper Agent, I can still be in many colors, right? I can be in blue, I can be in black.
Mana is very flexible.
I vibe with that. Probably. Or if I want to do something cool, I could always, I don't know where's the Lich home?
The Lich is the mythic rares at the end there.
Right. I could see myself going with that too, but I think the Whisper Agent would just call to me. I'd be like, all right, locking that in. I just love a good flash moment.
Heck yeah.
Good stats.
The Lich is, I think, the fun pick for real.
Yeah.
I think I'm on team Sunhome Stalwart.
A little aggro. I mean, that never hurts,
Yeah,
that
I
never
feel
hurts.
sometimes if you can get in under somebody, you can get a lot of free wins that way.
Yeah. I think my favorite Limited sets ever had that strategy going for them, mostly.
Well, then, other than getting absolutely betrayed by the guild here, apparently.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
It's just nostalgia.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. Yeah. Whenever guilds always came around on the arena client, you could draft it again. I was there, both for Guilds of Ravnica and also Ravnica Allegiance. It's just good vibes. It's just good vibes. And I wish we went back to Ravnica for real. But,
no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, God, man, these commons though.
It's rough. Like, it's a struggle.
You're like, oh, I love this set. You're like, oh.
Listen, like, this is a banger right here, right?
Yeah,
This
no,
page is a
that's fair.
banger.
That's fair.
We got the little cat.
We got the
at
cat
the time,
as well.
It was good, you know?
Totally legit.
Right.
All right. So people wanted to find you. People wanted to look up your stuff, get more of your hot takes on Ravnica lore.
Ravnica lore. You can find me twitch.tv/ashlizzle, where I stream like 6 days a week. YouTube, daily videos, also ashlizzle. Socials, ashlizzle everywhere. So yeah, it should be easy to find.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching the Crack a Pack here, special edition out of Chicago. I've been Serge, joined by the wonderful Ash Lizzle, and a reminder that everything that we do is brought to you by you with your support over the Patreon, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Also, thank you for your help with YouTube memberships. Everything you do, we couldn't do it without all of you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.